you can use this as major leverage to just drive crazy exposure to your brand. And on top of that, not just like exposure that's like, oh yeah, that brand, but no, like actually landing loyal customers from experiences that are live events.
Her body's gold like September. She burns through the night like an ember. And all those things we try forgetting, I remember. But we say we all fine.
Hey guys, it is Sunday, early in the morning, Coachella weekend 1, which is why I'm dressed like this, and I have a fanny pack. So spontaneously, my friend Kyle and I decided we were gonna go to Coachella, and I've never been. The Canadian has never been to Coachella, so he was like, we gotta go. And we both like, it was so last minute, it was literally like Thursday night, and we're like, let's just go. So we're gonna go on Craigslist, get our tickets. On the way down, we don't even have tickets up. We're gonna drive to Palm Springs, so it's about like a 3-hour drive right now from where we are on the west side. And then we are gonna get our tickets, get our wristbands, and go have a day. So we don't really know like what's in store. We're just like, everything's gonna work out, because when you put that out there in the universe that everything's good, it's all good vibes, positivity, it comes back. And we're so excited because, well, I am, because I've never been, but he's done this before, so I'm just gonna go with the flow. And it's kind of like a good tester feeler for the person who's never come. Like, I'm not getting the full Coachella experience where you get like a big Airbnb with friends, but I think like this is gonna be like really fun, like one day of the festival, go all out. But it is a Sunday, and I gotta show up abundantly tomorrow, Monday morning, for work, for my business. But I'm excited, and I'm excited to go today and shoot content and meet people and dance and listen to music. We'll see if we can get into any events, but it was so last minute. So honestly, like, go into everything with like no expectations and you always have a good time. So I'm excited for that. But this clip has value. Okay guys, so I actually wanted to do a clip that's actually gonna provide immense value, guys, and it's so relevant with like what I'm doing in the weekends. So that is on using big events to draw traction to your personal brand. And if you are a company, a brand that's like not a personal brand, you can use this as major leverage to just drive crazy exposure to your brand. And on top of that, not just like exposure that's like, oh yeah, that brand, but no, like actually landing loyal customers from experiences that are live events. And although social media is great, if you have the capacity as a brand or as a personal brand to, even if you have a personal brand, to run a live event, the amount of people that come may be like less than obviously if you posted a photo on Instagram and there was less impressions. So maybe yes, less people come than impressions you get on social. But the experience and the connection and the rapport and the relationship that gets built from that one live interaction, that one live event, that one encounter is tenfold to do with your establishing a loyal customer, a loyal active follower on your page when they come to your live event. This is why I'm such an advocate of responding to every DM via video, via voice note, like in a more personal sense than just writing a message or just like saying like a thank you, but like actually acknowledging the person, like thanks Sam, and just like a little, like it's the most you can do, I guess, from a social perspective, like on a device. But these live events do wonders just because of that in person, and they can get to know the person behind the brand from a personal brand perspective and a consumer brand. Consumers like to know who is that person who created the brand, like Champion. Oh, I'm not wearing my fanny belt, but Champion. It's like, who is the creators behind it? A great example is Revolve. You know the owner of Revolve, you know the brand chief officer, Reza. She is insane with her personal brand, and everyone knows that like, oh, she's the head of Revolve, she's the head of brand and marketing, and she's such a name for herself, and she's established that connection with the influencers. Like literally she goes out with the influencers that Revolve uses, and she establishes that really high trust and likability among the influencers they use for their marketing, and that's why their brand is killing it. Like influencers are loyal to Revolve. Like I know they have all the top fashion influencers, Instagram models that only wear Revolve. Like they kill it. And it's because they go above and beyond to make that relationship with their consumer so perfect. Like they literally have a hotel in Palm Springs where it has 150 rooms, and they rented it all out for their loyal customers and influencers to become invited to that hotel and have this like Revolve Festival experience at Coachella. Revolve Festival is literally a thing. You guys can look up the hashtag. They've literally made their own festival within Coachella for their consumers and for their influencers that work with them. And that just goes to show you how much they value their demographic and their audience. And then what does that do to people like you and I who maybe aren't at the Revolve Festival? Well, that makes us want to be a part of this brand and be like, wow, like look at this brand, look what they're doing, look at all these people supporting it. It makes you want to be a part of it. It's way more than a brand. It's a movement. It's a freaking event. And I've listened to a lot of podcasts, and I was listening to her on a podcast talk about how like Revolve Festival is right now it's in Coachella, but they're probably gonna just run their own Revolve festivals, and not just like Palm Springs, but other places in the world. And you can do that once you have such a strong brand presence and loyal, engaged audience that comes along with it. And all these things work in synergy the same way with a personal brand. A lot of personal brands, they do meetups. Like some brands like Alpha Elite, they make sure that they do athlete meetups where people can get to know their athletes. And I think that's so important because I know we live in a world that's like on their phones, like everything's socially driven, but at the end of the day, like when you can hug someone in person, when you can give them your one-on-one attention, when you can make eye contact with them, when you can just be in their physical existence, that connection and that trust and relationship can just grow so fast. It's crazy. Like the people, I know I'm not like a big influencer like that, but I'm just saying like the people I meet from social media in person, especially here in LA, it's like, whoa, like you're just like you preach yourself online, or like you're even nicer, or like different things like that. But it's so cool how you can like be with people in person and they're like, oh, you're taller than I thought. It's just like different things. But events do wonders for stuff like this. Events are also great opportunities to also drive sales to your business in the sense of like having merch. With my personal brand clients, a lot of them are trying to do live events. Like that's a goal this year, to run like a retreat, a mastermind, just like a live meetup. It's a really good opportunity to not only just like meet the people, but to give merchandise that is branded material. So for example, like if you are a fitness coach and you love, like Kaylee, she is like always being asked about her clothes and her sports bras that are so cute, and it goes with like her and her stature. A lot of women are like, oh, you're so small, how do you find sports bras that fit? So we're like, let's just come out with Coach Kaylee sports bras that are gonna really embody your brand, but it's what your consumers are asking for. But at this live event, she can like sell them, she can give them for free, and they would have her logo and her branding. And it just like, you can give cheaper, obviously free materials like water bottles and phone cases, like different marketing materials like that. But I know for a fact, like at Coachella, they're giving away tons of product of different brands who are doing brand activations. And yes, like maybe you are losing money as a company, but then that return comes back. I think Revolve's like, I heard it was like lots of millions on this event, but then the return they're getting is all their social media, it just skyrockets, their impressions, their followers. Like clearly if the brand is doing it every year and going bigger and bigger, they know that the return comes back. So it comes down to like really knowing your audience and understanding them so you can meet their needs and have a fire event like that actually doesn't, it will cost you, but it actually, the ROI comes back. So personal brands, consumer-based brands, definitely something to look into, and definitely something that would really help your brand flourish and be a brand that lasts, because I'm all about not just creating a brand for the short term or just doing a fad that like you really don't know what your brand stands for and it's probably going to die in a year because you're just like addressing a need, but making a brand that has a long-term value that's here to stay, because apparently we're going to have a recession and you don't want your brand to be like a cute brand. You want your brand to be a need brand where people need you in your life. If you're a coach, they need your services no matter what, because they can't picture their life without what you offer. And same thing with consumer brands, need versus cute. Need offers versus cute offers. I think that's like a good way to put it. But I digress. I'm gonna head out to Coachella. I hope you guys enjoyed the whole video. I'm definitely gonna get some B-roll on Coachella, so if you're not following me on Instagram, definitely head over there and follow me. I'm really active on Instagram. I post all the time, multiple stories a day, and that will be on the screen. And I'll post a lot about Coachella. I hope you guys are having an amazing day wherever you're at, and comment below, let me know if this was like thought-provoking, or maybe you had any realizations, or what kind of content you would like to see more of. And if you liked the video, if you could please like the video and subscribe for more content, it really helps me out a lot, and I just want to truly just have this channel to provide value and serve you guys. So any feedback always helps, and thanks so much. Love you guys. Heading to Shopify downtown and I'm going to go watch a live podcast recording with Drama D. Murthy and his brother, and I'm super excited because I'm such a big fan of group chat, and I'm super excited to just go network and meet amazing people, and they're such good vibes. They're literally the funniest people I've ever heard. I'm so excited to finally meet them, and I'm just truly so blessed to be able to have this opportunity to even go downtown because they're in LA and the event's in LA, so definitely so beyond grateful for events like this. Could never imagine events like this going down in Toronto. So I'm super excited to go, and I literally yesterday when I was getting sick, I was like, there is no way I'm letting this sickness affect this. And even if I'm gonna wake up tomorrow sick because I've been pushing it today, that's okay, it's all worth it. But I'll check in with you guys maybe there, or I'll let you guys know how it goes in another clip, and I'll definitely take pictures and stories, so that will be cool. If you're not following me on Instagram, go follow me at Ayesha Sehra, and you can see all the fun there. I also want to really highlight the fact of marketing and branding with this new cafe. So what they did was, like, they're doing this free event, but the amount of people that are coming out to support and the amount of influencers too, I think, that are gonna go, and everyone's gonna blow up the social, does wonders for this new cafe. So I always say this to brands that I consult with and brands that I manage. I'm saying that there's so much power, and even though social media is great just to get consumers to see what your brand is and get the brand exposure, if you have a product, or you have a store, a gym, a restaurant, it's really good to do these in-person live events, because that rapport that you build with the founder, with other people, just seeing the whole culture come to life in person versus through a video and a picture, does wonders for the consumers in your area and make them become so loyal to your brand.